in this unique stadium.
I felt we was really on it today, mindset-wise. Before the game in the warm-up, everyone was talking, everyone was really up for this game, and then obviously we go behind after a minute or so, but I think it showed our mindset, the way we reacted, scoring 2 quick goals after that. And then even when they got the man sent off, we still had to be ruthless, and I think we really finished the game off early.
What are your thoughts on the red card and what difference it made?
First of all, Anthony, well done for staying up when he's struck by the arm of Lamela, but he hit his throat with 2 fingers and slapped him a little bit, and he must be having an operation tonight, the Argentinian. That's he's helped the situation really well, yeah, I have to say. And if that was my son, I know what I'd tell him.
We'll come on to that in just a moment. The Tottenham official Twitter account seemed to enjoy that victory with lads. It's Tottenham after the 6-1 win. I mean, it's been a joyous afternoon with you two, I must say. But anyhow, how much was this Manchester United at fault or Tottenham being brilliant? Because it's easy to just criticise United and forget about Tottenham, and you have to praise them.
Oh, the Tottenham were absolutely magnificent. And we spoke about Son and Kane against Southampton a couple of weeks ago, how smart they were, how clever they were, how intelligent they were. And they were all of those things today. They are 2 of the best forwards in the world. And you cannot give them this. I mean, this is, you get taught this at under 12s. Do not let them take an early free kick. Stop it. Take one for the team. Get a yellow card. So what? It doesn't matter. But when you've got players who can do that, the way to pass and finish it off like that. I mean, those 2, Kane and Son, were playing with that back 4 today. Every opportunity. Look at Kane there. Goes over to one side. He knows. He goes over there, so he leaves the space for Son. They get away with it again with a poor touch. You've just gone down to 10 men. Keep it tight. Do nothing stupid. Get the ball upfield. But look at the work rate. They set traps, Tottenham, and Man United fell into them. They invited them into the trap and they were stupid enough to walk in there. Look at Kane again. But this is brilliant from Kane and Son. Just watch him there because he's deep. Look at Shaw now. He looks at him. Now Shaw thinks, I've got to go out to Kane because he might get the pullback. What does Son do? He vacates that space, and it's so clever from him. The finish is just exquisite. Same thing again. You go Shaw, I'll get the ball, play it out wide, and it was a constant. That's just in the first half. We could have showed 3 or 4 more in the second half, but those 2 were world class, and they ripped them to shreds.
As far as the red card is concerned, how did you view it?
I think Lamela was lucky. I think that Martial let his team down badly by falling into the trap. It was quite amateurish, really. I did feel that if one was going to go, they probably both should have gone. Absolutely. I think it was very... it didn't sit well with me, put it that way.
Yeah, if he's going to send one off, he's got to send them both off. But if that is a red card, then we'll also have a look at the Luke Shaw one, which, when you look at it, has to be endangering the safety of an opponent. This is far worse than what we've just seen get a red card.
That's a red.
I mean, that is unbelievable. We saw something in 2016, I think it was, Arsenal, Xhaka at the Emirates against Swansea, where he got a red card for something similar. That should have been a red card because it could have seriously injured him.
Yeah, nothing to do with that's a goal scorer opportunity, not just endangering the safety of an opponent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's take a look at the most impressive performer probably on the pitch today, certainly in all the stats and where he ranked, in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I mean, I love talking to you at the moment because you're trying so hard not to smile through all of this analysis. But go on.
No, look, you say impressive performance. It was a dominant performance. That's what it was. He absolutely ran that midfield, and those stats back all of that up. Most touches. These types of areas here for knockdowns, second balls, is where games are won, chappers. And in that midfield, there wasn't a Man United player that could get near himself or Ndombele or Sissoko. Little balls like that, that was all really nice and well and good. This is where the game was won, essentially. Man United with 11 players right now. Not one United player wants to get near the midfield of Sissoko or Højbjerg. Look how easy that is. Where's the other midfielder? They're 3v3 in there. Matic, nowhere near Ndombele on this occasion. From Man United's point of view, poor. From Spurs' point of view, I mean, it was brilliant, really was. Look at him here, Højbjerg, just sensing like danger. He's not going backwards. He's thinking, you know what, I'm going to take this off you, Pogba. I'm the enforcer in here. I'm going to have an impact. He does exactly that. Lamela obviously gets the spoils by winning the ball. Not just happy to win it off Pogba. Fernandes give me that as well. I'll take that one off you. He just ran it in there, and he just kept setting the team, kind of the balance it gives from that defensive area. Lovely interceptions like this, but then to set the team on the attack, I think it's just given them more freedom and trust, knowing that defensively they're a bit more secure. And I'll tell you one thing I didn't know about him. I knew he was strong. I knew he was an enforcer. I didn't know he had that type of passing ability.
Yeah.
To be slotting balls in there with that type of precision. And by the way, just on a side note, that was Serge Aurier's best game in a Tottenham shirt as well. I thought he was sensational today, so I just thought I'd give him a mention.
We can sit and criticise Man United's back four, and deservedly so, because they were just awful. But they had no protection whatsoever from anyone in that midfield, particularly Pogba and Matic. Spurs battered them.
So this will be the debate now going forward as far as United are concerned. Were Manchester United just a shambles today, or are Manchester United as a football club a shambles, full stop?
Well, they were a shambles against Crystal Palace. They conceded 3, conceded 2 against Brighton. They were fortunate because Brighton hit the woodwork 5 times. Conceded all those goals today. Should have been more. I can think of other words that we can use other than shambles. My worry for Ole is that why haven't they backed him? Why are they not investing? It's quite clear to take a genius to work out what they need. Why aren't they going out and getting that player or those players what they need?
I totally agree, Al. I mean, we've been here since the start of the season talking about a centre-back issue. I still think a centre-forward issue. No matter how many good players they got at the top end of that pitch, who's going to go and get them 30 or 25 goals this season? I don't know.
Cavani's coming in, so they say.
Well, Cavani's just coming in, but that's a last-minute thing.
He's been available for 6 weeks, 8 weeks on the
fourth or
free,
fifth
but they get him in on
all
on
of
deadline.
which adds up to a vision that they don't know what they're doing, and it's all off the cuff, which is worrying.
Time now for...
Be shown in different ways, but I think what the fan can expect and what everybody should be able to expect is a work ethic, is a tracking of your runners, of you putting your foot in, of you dying for the cause, running as much if not more than your opponent, and all of those things I think are a given. If you're going to sign up to be a professional footballer, that's pretty much what you're signing up to. Over and above that, if you've got skill, if you've got a great knack of doing something, then fantastic, you're going to be at the top of your tree. But the bare bones of it, you should be doing that. And when the chips are down, I think you see the real people, and the things that they're maybe holes or flaws in their character, let's say. Do they track their runners? Even though it's 5-1 or 5-2, it still hurts. If your man is going to score, the pride of doing it, go through the pain barrier, track your runners, put your foot in. And I think a lot of characters were shown up there today for Manchester United, and I think there's a lot of people that do need to have a look at themselves. Paul Pogba, for example, not tracking his runner at the end. Bailly, some of the decisions he made. There's the names just roll off the tongue. So there'll be a lot of people now. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. I mean, he mentioned it's a bonus that they go on, international trips now. I think that's the worst thing possible. When I was a player, if we lost before we went away on international duty, it's a week of agony until you can get back and put things right. So I think it's going to be a long week of searching at Carrington.
There's a lot of talk about, with the deadline looming, players coming in. But when you look at that starting 11 today for Manchester United and lay it out with cost, it's over £460 million. Should that team today, with 11, never mind just the 10, be doing better?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, look at the subs. Look at the amount, what the subs cost. And you've got a load of players on there who are getting paid extortionate amount of money, and they're not even in the squad. They ain't even got a shirt number at Manchester United. They've got a lot of dead wood who they're not going to be able to revive. But that group of players has to be doing better. The manager has to be working better with the squad what he has at Manchester United at the moment. Now, if you're going to challenge Liverpool or you're going to challenge Man City, they're going to need to add to that. But to finish third, which everyone would tick as a success because they're nowhere near. They have got enough bodies there. It shows you that. They've got the players there. They are not performing to the best of their ability. And it's up to the manager to get the best out of them, whether it's that group of players or he brings another lot in. There's loads who are not on that list who are still eligible to play for Manchester United Football Club. They need to do better. I go back to what Michael's saying there. Sometimes these guys, when you go to Manchester United, they think, well, I'm at Man United. We just turn up at games and we win. It ain't as simple as that. When they were great, when they had people like Roy Keane, they had Paul Scholes, you know, Ryan Giggs, they would run, they would tackle, they would close you down. All the dirty stuff in the game, which not everyone you get the highlights for, or the headlines on the back of the papers, they would do. That's a given, because their manager demanded it. If they didn't do it, he wouldn't play them.
Okay, you said it was a bad day at the office for Liverpool. What about the ramifications for Manchester United? Let me just tell you, Newcastle, Everton, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal in their next 5 games.
Yeah, it's tough going, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we look at the team that they've got put out there and the numbers associated with them in terms of transfer fees. I think he's got to go back to basics and